Hello there, Angry Bat Rev here again, and I'm going to be giving you a Jad melee guide. Just in case you want to, I don't know, get another thingy, fire cape, or if you get a Slayer task, or if you just want to see if you can do it really. So let's start off with the ability bar. This is how I'm going to have mine set up. I will be using Revolution when it comes to actually fighting Jad, so I'm not going to be bothering with the rest of it. As you can see, I've got my protection prayers here. I will be using my abilities, but well, I won't be using my abilities. I'll be using my thresholds. I'm not going to be bothering with any ultimates, except for Guthix's blessing, just to heal. Because I liked to tank all the way through, and every 5 minutes I just use Guthix's blessing. I put my shield on, use Guthix's blessing, it heals up a little bit more, so it works a little bit better, it's a bit nicer. Yeah, and that just worked for me. So, let's get on to the equipment. What you're going to want is an inventory that looks something like this. The minimum food you're going to be wanting to use is sharks. On this one, I'll just show you, like, tuna potatoes are also quite good because they heal 1700. Obviously, the best you're going to want to use are rocktail soup, but obviously they're quite expensive. I did use them because I tried this out on the beta server. So yeah, let's get on to the equipment. I will be wearing full superior Tetsu. You can downgrade that to, I'd say, Barrows, or as low as Barrows, really. You might want to try your War Priest out with it. That might work as well if you want to hybrid the original waves. But obviously, Torva, Bandos, anything like that. Torva, Bandos, normal Tetsu, superior Tetsu, or Barrows, preferably Verox, because of that just small prayer boost, which is a little bit nice. As for necklace, you might want to upgrade to, I think it's a Whisper, or the Dragonstone Amulet for that nice big prayer boost. And as for my ring, you could switch out the Leviathan for a imbued Berserker ring, a normal Berserker ring, or a 6th Age circuit, just if you want that extra damage boost. As for the cape, if you haven't got a Kiln cape, try out Fire cape, or any of the skill capes. They're also quite good to use. I don't have Drygores in the live game, and a friend was able to give me them, so I use them. As for weaponry, I'd say as low as Chaotix. You might want to try it with a whip or a god sword, but I would honestly recommend it with a minimum of the level 80 Chaotix, just for the accuracy. You're not going to be hitting very often with the god sword, so it's always nice for that extra damage boost. So let's get to the actual fight, shall we? Right, so at the moment you can see I'm stood behind Italy. I'm about to start on. I'm just going to turn Revolution on in a second. After each, you're going to want to make sure that after each time you switch prayer, you're going to switch instantly back to melee, but you have to make sure that you wait until the damage has come up, because otherwise you will still take the damage. You'll see once or twice during this fight, I did slip up very slightly, but I did slip up, so I did take a bit of damage, and the most important thing is you just stay calm. Just eat a couple of food. If you need to, run back to Italy, eat a couple of food, recuperate, restore your prayer, and go back out. It's nothing to worry about. You don't want to start panic eating. Like you see, I switched back to my prayer too early, and I just ran around, ate a couple of food, and, well, I switched my prayer off because this was originally my first attempt. But, yeah, just keep calm. Calm down. If you relax, you thought you were going to die, just eat a couple of food and run back round. and we'll get on with the rest of the fight. I'll come back when the healers are out. It doesn't take long. So here we are in the healers. It took me a while to notice them because I was just concentrating so hard at this point. At this point, you've got a choice of doing two things. You can, well, not at this point, but when the healers have come out, you can either use Overlord, Berserk, which I personally don't think's worth it, and just try and decimate Jad with your Assault or Destroy, one of the bigger ones, so you can just deal that 25k damage really quickly. But if not, the easiest thing to do is just to run around, attack all of the healers, and just grab them all so they follow you. Keep your prayer switch and keep an eye on Jad just to keep your prayer switches, and just chase them around and trap them. And carry on, once you've trapped them, carry on with the rest of the fight. And you should have another success. So there you are, they're trapped, and just run around and very quickly finish Jad off. Did have a bit of a problem with a revolution. I don't know if that's because I was on the beta. This is the first time I've ever used them. So I did have a bit of a problem with getting my thresholds to use, but yeah, let's just finish off the fight. And there you go. It's that simple. See, it's actually quite easy. You sort of, you kill him and then you think, that was considerably easier than I thought it'd be. But yeah, there you go. And I wish you all the best of luck in your attempts.